magical friends, I'm Cowmingo! Now in today's video, I have beat the entire Artifact Hunt Pass, and I have finally unlocked a brand new Godly Meteor Pet! But before we get into that, if you need a quick favor, make sure that you're subscribed and you've liked the video, that would mean the world to me. But let's go ahead and get started! So as you can see from my artifact count at the bottom, I am 1 day away from being able to unlock the brand new Godly Meteor Pet. I've also been playing on alts too, so I should be able to make a rainbow shiny of it. But we're going to be going over every single reward so that way we can see what they are. And we're also going to be unlocking the Meteor Pet and checking it out. And oh my gosh, I am so excited! The meteor is going to look so cool. Okay, and before I show off all the artifacts, if there is still a couple more days for you to collect all the items, that date is wrong right there. They're extending it for another week. But if you're wanting help on getting every single artifact, I do have a video that's going to be in the top right corner and the top link in the description. That is every single artifact location and the best way to get them all. So if you're trying to find artifacts, you just can't find that last one, check out the video because I have made it so easy to find every single one. Oh, and also, if you do still have an issue, try rejoining because I do find sometimes one of them just doesn't spawn or it's really hidden like under the ground. So do keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and let's look at the very first item, which is the Dino Plushie, which we can see right here. Look at the plushie. Oh, he looks so sweet. He has a big old smile. He looks so happy. But this is one of the newest plushies in the game, and he can't hug it like every other plushie. Oh my gosh. Look at my legs when I go with this dance. Oh god, that is so weird. That is hilarious. But let's go ahead and look at the second item, which is the fossil shovel, which we can see right here. And also something really cool about this shovel, this is the very first shovel in the entire game that is a legendary rarity. And I do know that because I have every single shovel in the game. If I highlight over all of these, every single one of them is common except for the snowflake shovel and the fossil shovel. But this is actually a legendary, which, you know, doesn't actually mean anything because they don't do anything different, but it's still cool. I mean, it has a little fossil emoji right there and on the other side too. And some pretty cool colors too. But let's go ahead and move on to the next item, which is the stone skateboard. Or the Stone Age skateboard, which is a common skateboard. Which I'll go ahead and go under the light right here. And you can kind of see it's a cool little white pattern with a cool little like cracked rock pattern all over it too. Kind of reminds me of like a little stone road kind of. I mean, it was pretty cool. It has a cool, almost fully white skateboard except for tiny little material. But honestly, this looks like a fully white skateboard when you're moving. So that's pretty cool, but let's go ahead and move on to the fourth item, which is the Dino Pickaxe. Which the stats of, by the way, is 1.25 luck and 7 hits to defeat. So it's basically the exact same as the pretty pink pickaxe inside the pickaxe shop, so it's basically the exact same thing. But you know, the only difference is that it has a green, like, scale pattern for the main stick, which is pretty nice. It's a cool little pattern. But moving on to the next item, we have the Priceless Artifact, which is an uncommon. And it does act exactly the same as the Plushies 2, where you can hug it. Now, I don't know if they're going to be doing something else with this later down the line, because they could do something with this artifact inside the museum where you need this item in your hand to open up something, but honestly, I have no idea. That is just speculation. But let's go ahead and move on to the sixth item, which is the Artifact Scooter, which is an uncommon, by the way. But you see on this scooter has the exact same color as artifact in the last reward, and if you look at the base of the scooter right there, it has artifacts all over the main board of it, which is pretty cool. This is actually a very nice scooter. But moving on to the seventh item, we have the Caveman Rod, which is a rare rod with a 1.75 luck, which has a nice little gray wood for the main stick, and also it looks like for the little like real thing, it has a dinosaur like pattern, which kind of reminds me of the Ankylosaurus right here. It has a very similar like color scheme to it. So I think that's pretty cool. Moving on to the eighth item, we have the Rock Racer, which is a rare normal vehicle, which kind of reminds me of the Flintstones, which is hilarious, by the way. But it's a nice little, like, red car. It's almost kind of like a prehistoric Lamborghini, if you want to call it that. Or like a prehistoric convertible, something like that. It's a really nice vehicle. It's really fast, too, as you can see. But overall, I really like this vehicle. I love the design of it. Moving on to the ninth item, we have the Artifact Detector, which is another one of the metal detectors, by the way. It is a godly. It has a ×3 luck boost. So it's tied with the party detector and the Roblox metal detector too. But this detector is pretty cool because it looks like a normal one except for the main detector part, which is the priceless artifact. I personally have been using this one a lot, mainly because it's the best one you can get right now. But let's go ahead and move on to the tech item, which is the Shell Cruiser, which is another Flintstones inspired vehicle, as you can see. Except for the front thing has a giant dinosaur like turtle shell on the front. It kind of makes me think of like playing Mario Kart, except for instead of throwing the shell, you attach it to the front of the car or something like that. It would be so funny if you ran into another person's car with this vehicle equipped, and it actually does make their car spin in a circle, kind of like in Mario Kart. That would be so funny. But I will say, overall, all the brand new vehicles are so cool looking. But let's go ahead and look at the 12th item, which is the Extinction Drill, which is a legendary, has times 2 luck, 4 seconds to mine, and has times 2 experience. Which means it's not the best drill in the game, but it still is very good. And I will definitely say, this is my favorite drill so far. 100%, this is my favorite one. Just look how cool that looked. I honestly wish it was better, or there was like a different system with the drill. It's kind of like a skin system. You can have any skin, but they all have the exact same stats, because the drill looks so cool. Like, legitimately, this is the best drill in the entire game. 100%. Not stat-wise, okay. Just how it looks. But let's go ahead and look at the 12th item, which I can only kind of look at, which is the Artifact Tree Seed. Which I can tell from the little icon on the front of it. Whenever you plant this tree and pick up the items, it will give you the little artifacts to sell over at the fruit area. Now, if you do not have a bunch of treasure seeds yet, definitely want to plant these, because they give 100 coins per seed. Which, fun little fact, is half of the treasure seed. So if I go up to the little fruit seller right here and sell all my treasure fruits, as you can see, I can sell 8,400 gems, which is from a full plot. So when you're selling these with the artifacts seeds instead, if you plant a total of 8 seeds, you can sell them for half of that, which is a bunch of gems. So these are definitely worth planting. But let's go ahead and move on to the 13th reward, which is the Meteor Hoverboard. Now, I will say this is probably my favorite hoverboard in the entire game. Just look at it. I mean, honestly, this is so cool. The particle effect it has, a new little trail color. Honestly, this is probably the best hoverboard in the entire game. Now, I am a little bit disappointed. I really wish the hoverboards worked over water, because I would use this a lot more. But I find myself going over the water a lot, so it just despawns. So I find myself using the little, like, surfboards and the door a lot more. But still, this is probably the coolest personal vehicle in the entire game. And it matches the Galactic Glide really well, as you can tell. The Galactic Glide looks so adorable with it. But let's go ahead and move on to our next last item, which is the Godly Caveman Roller, which is Fred Flintstone's actual car from the Flintstones. And oh my gosh, this is actually so satisfying to drive. It's really fast too, it's pretty easy to control also. But oh my gosh, it is so funny driving on Overlook Bay inside of this car. It is so cool. The only thing this is missing is Dino in the back of the car with his head through the roof. That is the only thing it's missing. But now it is time to pick up our last 15 artifacts, so that way we can get the Godly Meteor Pet. Let's go ahead and let's run the pad and let's claim the artifact. But here is the first one. Here is the second one. Here is the third one. Here is the fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The 7th one, the 8th one, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. There we go. Look at this. We can finally claim the Godly Meteor Pet. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm so excited. So here we go. Click on the meteor. It's a Godly. And there we go. There is the Godly Meteor Pet. Look at that particle effect, though. That is a very nice purple flame. That is a really cool. Oh, look at the bouncing. Look at him bouncing around. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Okay, that is actually a very cute pet. Considering it's just a really big space rock, it's pretty adorable. And his tongue sticking out too. He has his tongue sticking out. He's blushing. Oh my gosh, look at that meat. Okay, that's like really cute. I don't know why it's so cute. But don't worry, like I said in the beginning of the video, I am also grinding another 3 alls. They're all like 1 or 2 days away from getting the meteor. So I will be able to get a rainbow shiny of it. So I'll be able to show you that in a couple of days. So definitely look out for that video because it's going to be so much fun. I will say though, now that I have the meteor, all the dinosaurs in inventory are probably so scared, alright? This is their biggest enemy, okay? The meteor pet just don't take his cuteness, alright? He might look cute, but he's very mean, okay? Alright, he means business, alright? Do not mess with the Meteor Pet. But let me know in the comments, are you gonna be able to get the brand new Godly Meteor Pet? I think there's another like 6 or 7, maybe 8 days. I'm not quite sure how many days are left of this. It will be different when I upload the video, so I can't be 100% sure. But oh my gosh, the Meteor Pet is so adorable. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye!